Now, one of your most notable accomplishments amongst the many you have is having written the music for the Academy Award-winning animation film, The Snowman. That film is heavily driven by the music. It's not much dialogue at all in that film. So what was your experience like writing music for that production?
Well, the Snowman was very interesting because I did it. It happened quite by chance that I was meeting an animation director friend of mine, Jerry Potterton from Canada. He'd come over, and he'd invited me to lunch up in Charlotte Street in London. And he said if you could meet me, I've got to go into this cartoon company and just pick up a check. If you just come, and then we can go for some lunch. Anyway, we walked into this TVC, and the John Coates, who I mentioned earlier, who was responsible for the Beatles film Yellow Submarine, and it was him. And he said, "Have you got a moment?" I said, "Why?" He said, "I've just made a film, and it's called The Snowman, and I've just done a demo of it. We just filmed a picture book, and we just stuck the picture book, and we've just made a demo film of the frames from the picture book." And I had some music, electronic music, rather, and it doesn't really work. Would you look? I mean, could I ask you to look at it? So I said, I think the music you've got is that it just doesn't work, but I would absolutely love to write a score for this, and it's interesting. I don't think it would need any words, because I think the story could be told absolutely by the music, and it's an experiment I've always wanted to do. And I've also got a song which I think I've written years ago, but I've never known what to do with it. And this moment when the snowman and the boy take off and fly, it would fit so perfectly there. It's called Walking in the Air. And would you let me do a demo? So he said, if you'd like to, that'd be great. So I did a demo, and the following week I recorded 8 minutes of it. And Channel 4 had just opened like the day before, believe it or not. John took the film round, saw the director of Channel 4, and he ran the film, and he said, "It's absolutely brilliant, we'll make the film." And then I was in a position of being able to work on a full orchestrated score and a beautifully recorded song, and to work on the film, and it came out, and of course, and it came out. It won an Oscar in Hollywood a week after we opened it.
That's awesome.
One extraordinary thing happened that just comes to me. That I'd written the Snowman back in 1982, and it had done concerts, and it had gone here and there, and I used to do concerts every Christmas, and I thought that's as far as it would go. But then in 1993, my friend Robert North, he said, he rang me one day and he said, "What are you up to?" I said, "Not much." He said, you know we got a premiere today." I said, "What do you mean a premiere today? Where are you?" He said, "I'm in Naples." "Why don't you come?" I said, "I'm in London." He said, "Yeah, you can get it. Get the next plane." What? I said, what's going on?" He said, "We're actually doing a premiere of you wrote some music for Stronger Than the Sun, and we've turned it into a ballet called The Annunciation, and it's on in the Teatro di San Carlo in Naples." Well, I said, "That's news to me." So he said, "Well, get on a plane." So I'll go down. I actually managed to get on a plane, and then he said, "The reason I'm seeing you," he said, "I want to turn The Snowman into a stage ballet, full-length stage ballet." So, I said, that's a marvellous idea. So we sat by the harbour, and boiling hot sun, and we talked it through. And he said, I've got a company in Sweden, and they'll put it on. And could you write some more music? So I wrote another half hour of music, and I recorded it rehearsed the band out in Sweden. That autumn, I came back to London. This is coming. I'll try not to make it too long. You're okay. And then I came back from Sweden, having actually rehearsed what was now a 55-minute show with another. I'd written another half hour new music, new character. Came back to London, and I was met by a director from the Royal Shakespeare Company, Bill Alexander. He said, "Where have you been?" I said, "I've been to Naples." I said, "I've got to talk to you because we're going to do the Snowman in Birmingham this Christmas as a pantomime." I said, "What as a pantomime?" I said, "You don't mean that one you did in Leicester?" But he said, "Yes, that one." I said, "That's terrible." I said, "I don't want you to do that." "No, you can't do." Well, he said, we've already booked people. People are already buying tickets." Well, I said, "I don't want to do." Anyway, so he said, "Well, what shall we do?" Well, I tell you what, I said, "I mean, have you booked a band?" "Yeah, we got a band and you've got dancers." "Yes." I said, "Well, look, we can do the ballet." And I said, I said, "Well, no, how long is it?" I said, 55 minutes. He said, "That's no good. I need a whole evening. Oh, I said, "Well, I could write some more." He said, "I'm talking about this Christmas, not next Christmas." "No," I said, I know you're talking about this Christmas." "Okay, have you got a room in Birmingham in the theatre where I could write?" "Yes," he said. "We right next to the rehearsal room, we have an artist's room, and you can have." "Okay, you've got a band. I've got some. I shall write another half hours of music, and I will produce a 2-hour show for this Christmas." And he said, "How come? Don't worry about it. Don't worry." And that was amazing. And I wrote the show, and I was still writing, finishing the last bit on the day of the first night. And it went on, and it has run ever since, which is from 1991 till now, and it's run every year in the West End, and it's now been running also in Beijing and Singapore, and so that amazing, I suppose you could call it presence of mind of saying, I can do that. I can make that. I made it into a full-length ballet, and that was a very exciting experience.
That's amazing. That's so cool. Thank you so much for your time, Howard. If I may ask just one last thing. If you had to give advice to a young person trying to break into the business today, what would that advice be?
Well, my advice is don't get discouraged. Aim at what you want to aim at and keep at it until you get there. It won't be easy. Doing what you really want to do is never easy, but persist with things and you'll make it.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more because there is a lot more to come. All the videos on my channel are original. I'm the one filming, editing, and conducting all the interviews. So if you guys like what you see and you want to support, the best way to do so is honestly just to subscribe. Thanks for watching.